Hi everybody and welcome back to Small MotoGP 19 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and this is part number 13 of my career walkthrough. Now in today's episode we're going to be doing two races in this episode because we want to speed it up to get to Moto 2. So first up we go to the Czech Republic and Brno, and after that we go to Austria and the Red Bull Ring. Now if you didn't check out my previous episode around the Sachsenring in Germany, please check it out because it was a mission impossible. I'm not going to ruin it for you, it was absolutely insane. Anyway, let's get straight into the qualifying in the Czech Republic.
Racing fans everywhere, and thanks for joining us here in Brno to watch the Czech Republic Moto 3 race. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We'll have sunny weather for the entire duration of the race. Engineers are talking over the last few.
Right, so here we go with the first race in today's episode in the Czech Republic around the Brno circuit. Now we're going to be starting from row 7 once again because we had a really poor qualifying session. One, because we lacked straight line speed and we really need to upgrade our engine to maximum, and two, because Binder took me out on the last corner when I did have a good lap time and I didn't have any more time to put a lap in. Now we've gone with the soft front and the medium rear. Hopefully these tyres will be the best. The conditions are good, so let's see if we can get a decent start. And that wasn't too bad. We've managed to spin up the back wheel and we've got away really quickly. Oh my god, how many bikes have gone on the grass? What's that all about? But I'm not going to complain about that because I've just made up about 10 places. Now if I can get a top 10 finish, that would be insane. Now the only time I could keep up with some of the other bikes in the qualifying session was with slipstream, so we've got to make sure we can get that, otherwise they're going to just pull away because we just don't have the straight line speed. And on a circuit like this you get really well, you suffer a lot because there's a lot of long straights. So let's see if we can get nicely turned in, and we've managed to move up to P7. Someone's in the inside there. We've managed just to hold that position into P6. This has been a fantastic start, and we're in behind Mr. Binder, the one that's ruined my lap. Let's see if we can take him on the outside of him. I don't trust him in the inside. And oh, look at him. Look at Mr. Dive Bomb himself. He takes those corners so sharply. So let's just stick him behind him. We've got Della Porta in front of him. So if we can latch onto that group. I've got no idea who's leading the GP, and we've gone really wide in that turn. And oh, we've just lost a place. Let's see if we get turned into. We definitely need to get the bike fully upgraded, and we should have done more in the practice sessions to get the points up. But we had such a horrendous qualifying session in Germany, and it's just really affected us because we didn't get many points from that. As you know, my computer blue screen halfway through the qualifying session, and if you want to check out exactly what happened in the race, check it out guys, because it literally was a mission impossible. We're really struggling here, but we're up to P7. That's not too bad considering we were on row 7, so I would take that if that is the position we finish in. Let's just try and keep up with these guys. We might be able to get some slipstream. That wasn't a bad turn, and again, when we got slipstream, we actually do stand a chance. Right, can we catch up with Binder? We're not going to get him before this corner, but if we can beat Binder, that would be justice, considering he ruined my qualifying laps. That would have put me, I think, about row 3. I wasn't as the quickest, but I would have been further up the order. Right, he's just managed to pull away. And oh, it's our teammate that's leading the GP. Now he got a win in Germany. It looks like he's on for another good result here. Let's try and get time in, and we've got a little bit wider. We need to get closer to the apex. Let's just try and get it a little bit tighter in. That's a bit better. Let's see if we can just get a little bit of slipstream off Binder and see if we can get past him. We're on the outside, and we managed to get past him. Right, let's try and cut in. A little bit wider than I would have liked, and Binder's retaken that position. We should be able to get a good run in this corner, and we should be able to get in here. Oh, nice bit of slipstream again. Go down the inside. Let's try and hold this position now. Get tight in, and oh, Binder's. Oh, where's he gone? Oh, he's come off. Oh, that is justice. Can you believe it? He tries to dive bomb me in the race and cost himself. Well, he's out now, isn't he? He's gone right to the back. Now, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. I don't know what it is with Binder, but he was doing it the whole qualifying session, and he's come a cropper this time. That's actually put a smile on my face. Right, so we've got P5. If we can just try and get a little bit closer to Della Porta, we might be able to catch catch that group, and this would be an amazing turnaround. Now the update has fixed the AI's pace. They are so much quicker. I can see what might happen is that we will finish the Moto3 season on the 120% AI, and then we might just slightly put it down for Moto2, because you're going to start off with a really poor bike from the beginning, and it's going to be ages until we can actually get it upgraded, and we don't want to be coming last or really struggling every single race. We want to be a little bit competitive, so we might just bump it down and then just do it again once we start competing. I'd have to see, we don't know. I might be okay, but just seeing what the pace is like in Moto3 now, it's just insane. They're so much quicker. But let's just keep going. We're slowly catching Finetti, but we just can't push it anymore. And again, we just don't have the grip in the turns now. But if we can just get a little bit closer, we might be able to get a little bit slipstream and take 4th position. But my tyres are starting to give way. Maybe I should have gone for medium, because the temperature is not too bad around the Brno circuit in this race. That's not the greatest there again. We need to be a little bit closer. We're not far away from the front. I'm happy that I've managed to stay with them for the whole race. I just don't have that little bit extra, and it's mainly on the straights. Like I said, the engine definitely needs to be upgraded. Let's get nice and tight in. Oh, that was a nice turn. Flip it over, get nice and tight to the apex again. And I'm telling you what, we might be able to get Finetti here. He's only about a second ahead of us. We can have a couple of good corners here. We might be able to just close in on him. Let's get nice and tight. Oh, no, just don't hold it. It's just losing grip. Don't want to come off. Managed to hold off. Oh, we've got a challenge here. Someone's coming up behind us. Oh no, looks like we could lose our position. Don't know who it is. Let's keep nice and tight through there, and we're definitely not going to get any better than 5th, but let's just hold on to this position, and no, we should be alright. We've got enough breathing space behind, so it looks like it's going to be a 5th place finish, and I'll tell you what, that is very good. On an extremely tough circuit, after poor qualifying, we've actually battled really well. It's been a bit of a lonely race because I've been pretty much out there on my own for most of this race, but I did enough, and we take 5th. So that's still decent points, and hopefully we should be able to pick it up in the next round. We go to Austria and the Red Bull Ring circuit, which is very challenging. I've heard that the AI are super quick around there, and we're just going to have to do the same again and try our best to battle as hard as we can. Right, let's have a look at the standings. We're on 204 points, 69 ahead of Della Porta, and as you can see, that's all going to change now because some of the riders that are up there before aren't getting the same results, and we're still top of the team championship as our teammate won 2 races on the bounce, so it's looking good for the team championship. But for us, 5th place is still a good achievement. Poor qualifying. We've got to have a better qualifying in the next race, so let's go to Austria. Fingers crossed we can do better, so let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, next up is Austria. Now I've managed to upgrade the engine. We still need to upgrade the frame, but hopefully on the straights we're going to have a little bit more and we can keep up and try and put in some better qualifying laps. But I've heard that the AI are super quick around this circuit, so let's just see where we end up. So let's get straight into it and hope for a better result. Right, so that is practice 3 out the way, and we are miles off the pace. So it looks like we're going to have a definitely tough qualifying session. We're going to have to go through Q1 before we get to Q2. So let's get straight into it and hope for the best. Brake. Are we going to make it? Oh, we've gone a little bit wider in that corner, but we're up on the first sector, so hopefully we can keep that going into the second sector, which seems to be the sector that I really struggle on. I keep losing time here, but we really need to find about a second to get us into Q2, and we don't want another poor qualifying session. It's not too bad, just trying to keep it nice and smooth, and it looks like it's going to be a really hot race, so we've got to make sure we pick the right tyres for it, and we have dropped time on that second sector, and again we've just little bit wider than I would have liked. And let's see if we can recover in these next couple of corners. It's not too bad again. Let's just try and keep it nice and tight through there. That's not too bad. And we've got to now that last corner. That is where I seem to drop a bit of time. Oh, we're only 0.2. That could be made up in these corners. Let's get it nice and tight. That is nice. Right, now this last corner. And that wasn't too bad. Is this going to be enough to get us into Q2 and across the line? 5th. Oh, I'm not sure. So we get to the end of the qualifying session and 5th wasn't fast enough, and we're going to have to settle for another race from the back. It's frustrating that I just don't have the pace, and we need to do more in these qualifying sessions, but I'm going to try my best. Let's get straight into the race.
Hello and welcome to the Red Bull Ring. Just a few minutes to go and the Moto3 class Austrian Grand Prix will finally begin. The skies over the track are clear of clouds, and the latest weather reports forecast temperatures in line with the seasonal average.
Right, so here I go with the race in Austria around the Red Bull Ring circuit. Now, it's going to be really difficult to get a really good result in this race from the position that we're starting in, but I've just got to try my best. I've gone with the medium front and the medium rear, and it's really, really hot, so hopefully that is the best compound to go with. We just need a good start. This has got some tricky corners on it, so we've got to stay firm, and hopefully we can get amongst it. We're right at the back here, so let's see if we can get a decent start. And again, a lot of wheel spin, and managed to get away really quick. We do get these good starts. A shame we're not at the front to take advantage of it, but we managed to jump a few places. Let's see if we can have a good corner here. And that's not too bad. Up to P5. What an amazing start. And we're taking a little bit of slipstream, and we're up to P3. That is unbelievable. And I think it's Della Porta that's managed to get away in front. Right, let's try now this corner. Slow it down, get turned in. Oh, dive bombed up the inside and forced out. Wow. Oh, Canet almost completely wiped me out there. Luckily I stayed on and I kept at least 4th position. Let's see if we can catch up with Canet and get back up the inside. Let's see if we can just get nicely turned in. Oh, bit of contact at the back. Wow, that was my fault. Just caught the back end of Canet's bike and almost sent myself off the circuit. So that is 2 close moments already in this race, and we've given the riders in front of us an advantage because they've managed to get away. And Della Porta is absolutely ripping away, and we've got to try and react and see if we can catch up. If we can get in their slipstream, we might be able just to get away with, from the riders behind us. But like I said, we need to hit some decent lap times around here to stay in this position. So let's see if we can just have a good finish to this lap. Again, from right at the back, we've managed to get to the front. And once you are at the front, you've got to hold your own. So let's see if we can get a bit of slipstream off Connect. We're in behind him, but I don't think we're close enough. Let's see if we can have a good corner here. Slow it down. To manage these tyres really well. And that's not a bad corner. Onto the curb a little bit, and we should be able to gain some slipstream. And hopefully we might be able to get him in the inside like he did to us on this corner. And we are starting to close in on him, and we're starting to see the effects of having a better upgraded engine. We've got a little bit more on the straights, and that's not a bad turn. Now we're going to have to be careful on those corners going into the last stages of the race, because we're not going to have much tyres left, I don't think. The temperature of the race is really, really high. These tyres are going to start heating up, so we've got to be careful. Let's get nicely turned in. And Canet's having a bit of a battle in front of us. So hopefully them two might slow each other down. Who's behind us? And we've got all 0.7 gap from P5. If we could get on the podium today, that would be absolutely amazing. But we're going to have to push a little bit hard. Della Porta is literally running away with this race at the moment. It's not too bad around there. Need to get a little bit closer, get a little bit of slipstream. Going into the final straight, we might be able to close the gap. Can't afford to let these two get away. And Canet is taking 2nd place. So Canet is getting away. and hold it. Oh, just overrun that last turn. That can be dangerous, but we managed to get away with it. And Delaporta's put in a 141.1. Wow, that's quite quick. We've just done a 141.9, so we're just quite a bit off the pace. We need to improve on that if we can, and we just overrun that corner. Really struggling just to hold the speed in the turns. Let's see if we can just catch up with Rodrigo here. Should be able to get in the inside of him. No, we're not going to beat him before the turn. Slow it down. Get turned in. Be careful. Just managed to hold on to that. Don't really want to run off the circuit onto the curb there. Just lost a little bit of time through that corner. But we're still within decent points. So I'm not going to complain. Let's try and get turned in nicely. It's not too bad. Need to have a good lap here. Need to start. If we can find another half a second or so, we might be able to challenge for a podium finish. We need to start doing it now while we've got some tyres. But Delaporta's definitely got this in the bag unless he crashes. And I think he's going to be a rider that's going to be competing for the honours at the end of the season. So we're going to have to be a little bit aware of that because he's starting to pick up some decent points. Right, we're managing to close the gap here on Rodrigo, but it looks like Canet is just pulling away and just trying to latch onto Delaporta. It's a much better final corner. We should be able to get some slipstream here. This could be our best lap of the race, and that is definitely quicker. We managed to get into P3. Just need to try and hold on to this position. Not a bad turn there, nicely done, and we should be able to latch onto Canet if we can just push it a little bit harder up the hill and hopefully pull away from P4, which is Rodrigo. But I'm feeling quite positive. Just need to hold on to this for another lap, but we're going to have a little bit of heat going into the final stages because two riders have slowly caught up with us over the last couple of laps. And we haven't managed to latch onto Canet just to get a little bit of slipstream to pull away. That is not a bad corner there. Just really trying our hardest to go into the corners as smooth as possible. The tyres have lasted really well. Medium has worked, so I'm happy that I chose the right compound. Let's see if we can finish off here. Right, let's not make any mistakes on this corner. Slow it down. Turn it in. And that was okay, but not the quickest. And oh, I can hear another bike. This is going to be a very close finish. Let's see if we can just turn it in, get it nice and tight. And we've got a little bit wider. Just making a few mistakes on some of these turns and given. Oh, now we are in trouble. We've got a rider sitting right behind us. And we're going into the final stages of this final lap. Am I going to be able to get a podium position? Oh, he's going to come past. Right, we've got to hold this as tight as possible. We've got to force him on the outside. Try and get tight in onto the apex. That was nicely done. Is he going to have time to run down behind us? I don't think he is. Get nicely turned in on this final corner, and we should be okay. Yes! Oh, that was awesome. We had to hold that as tight as possible to force him on the outside, and we take third position. We actually end up on the podium, which is amazing. Sometimes you just got to stay positive, and that's exactly what we did. We put in some consistent laps, tried not to make any mistakes. We didn't have the pace to compete with the two in front of us, but we did enough to hold off the riders behind us, so I'm really happy with that. Anyway, let's get into the rider standings. Right, so we are still top on 220 points, 60 points ahead of Delaporta, but the gap is starting to close as we haven't done so well in the last couple of rounds and they are starting to do better. We're still top of the team championship though. So we go into the next round, and next up is our home Grand Prix and Silverstone. Really want to get a better result in that one. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed we don't get wet weather. But in fact, it's in Great Britain and it's always bloody raining here. It's probably going to be raining. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in the next episode.